Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is waiting. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right conditions. Waiting for the fear to go away. Waiting for the moment when everything is finally perfect. That moment is never coming. And this story is proof. Her name was Anna. And for 11 years, Anna had a dream she never started. Not because she lacked talent, not because she lacked passion, but because she was waiting. At 22, Anna could bake. Not just bake, create. Her grandmother had spent years teaching her every recipe, every technique, every secret that had been passed down through 3 generations of women who understood that food was not just food. It was love, made edible. Anna had a dream of opening a small bakery. Nothing grand, just a quiet place on a quiet street where people could walk in on difficult mornings, smell fresh bread, and feel, for just a moment, that the world was going to be okay. She had the recipes, she had the passion, she had the vision, but she waited. At 22, she said, "I'll start when I have more money." At 25, she said, "I'll start when the economy is better." At 28, she said, "I'll start when the kids are older." At 30, she said, "I'll start when I have more time." At 33, she said, "I'll start when I feel ready." 11 years. 11 years of the same dream, sitting in the same place, waiting for a door that was never going to open on its own. Then one Tuesday morning, everything changed. Anna's phone rang. It was her mother. Her voice was different, quiet in a way that said everything before the words did. Her grandmother, the woman who had taught her every recipe, every technique, every secret, had passed away in her sleep. Anna didn't go to work that day. She sat in her kitchen, surrounded by her grandmother's recipes, handwritten on small pieces of paper, yellowed with age, some with flour still on them. And she read every single one, for hours. Each recipe was a memory. Each memory was a lesson. Each lesson was a voice that sounded like her grandmother's, saying the same thing, over and over again. "Anna, when are you going to start?" She sat there in silence for a long time, and she asked herself the question she had been avoiding for 11 years. If not now, when? Nothing had changed. She still didn't have more money. The economy wasn't better. The kids weren't older. She didn't have more time. She still didn't feel ready. Nothing had changed, except one thing. She finally understood that it never would. The perfect moment was never coming. It had never been coming. The only moment she would ever have was this one. That afternoon, Anna called her landlord. She asked about the small empty shop 2 streets from her house, the one she had walked past every single day for 3 years and never once entered, because it wasn't the right time. 6 months later, Anna's bakery opened its doors. Not when she had more money, not when the economy was better, not when she felt ready. She opened it with what she had: a small loan, her grandmother's recipes, and 11 years of waiting. She refused to extend by one single day. The first morning, 3 people came in. She almost cried, not from disappointment, from gratitude. 3 people had chosen to walk through her door. 3 people were standing in the place that had only ever existed in her mind. The second morning, 7 people. By the end of the first month, there was a line outside before she opened. Not because the bakery was perfect. It wasn't. The signage was crooked. The menu was handwritten. The tables didn't match. But something else was there. Something people could feel the moment they walked through the door. The love of 3 generations, baked into every single thing she made. And people can always feel that. 2 years later, Anna's bakery had a line every single morning. She had hired 4 people. She had framed one of her grandmother's original recipes and hung it on the wall where everyone could see it. And every morning, before she opened the doors, she would stand alone in her bakery, smell the fresh bread, and talk to her grandmother, quietly, just between them. Someone asked her once, "What finally made you start?" Anna looked at them for a moment, then said, "I realized that waiting for the perfect moment was just fear, wearing a very convincing disguise. The perfect moment was never going to arrive, so I decided to make one." Here is what Anna taught me. The perfect moment is not a moment in time. It is a decision. It is the moment you decide that what you have right now is enough to begin. Not enough to finish. Not enough to guarantee success. Just enough to take one step. And one step is all it ever takes. Anna waited 11 years. She lost 11 years of mornings, 11 years of fresh bread, 11 years of people walking in and feeling that the world was going to be okay. She lost 11 years of being exactly who she was supposed to be. Don't lose yours. Whatever you are waiting for right now, whatever reason you have told yourself that today is not the right day, Anna had every single one of those reasons. Everyone. And she started anyway, not because the moment was perfect, but because she finally understood that she was. Subscribe. Every week, one story, one lesson, one reminder that the perfect moment you have been waiting for has been waiting for you all along.